Hello everybody, my name is Mike Beerwart and today we're going to be talking about how not to get a traffic ticket. You might ask yourself, why would I want to know how to get out of a traffic ticket? And this is to inform you on the best possible way. Now, there are a few philosophies that police officers go through when deciding to write a traffic ticket. And some of the philosophies are, if I pull you over, you're going to get a traffic ticket no matter what happens. So this philosophy is for the officers that take your driving record into consideration, take your attitude into consideration, and so have you. So this is how you will avoid, okay? First of all, we got to ask ourselves, why do police officers write traffic tickets in the first place? And the reason is writing traffic tickets and enforcing traffic laws makes the roads safer, period. End of story. That is why police officers write tickets, not because they're vindictive, not because they trying to get points for the month. It has nothing to do with it. The bottom line is it makes traffic issues safer. Okay. First of all, if you get pulled over by the police, what you want to do is you want to pull into a well-lit area, and you want to pull over as quickly as possible. A lot of people will see the lights or sirens go on, and they'll kind of drive. Maybe he'll go around me. Maybe he's not after me. In all actuality, what you need to do is you need to pull over to the side of the road, to a well-lit area if possible, pretty much as soon as you see those police lights. Because if that police officer has to get out of his car and he's already a little upset that you didn't pull over, then that just increases your increases your likelihood of getting a traffic ticket right then and there. Okay, so you've been pulled over by the police. He gets out of the police car, he walks up to your car. At that time, the police officer is looking to make sure you're not making any movements, or what we call furtive movements. And that means grabbing for something, maybe trying to hide something of that nature. If you start doing that, that makes the police officer nervous. And once again, if you make the police officer nervous, you're most likely going to almost make him upset, and he'll be more likely to write you a ticket. So he walks up to the car, you're not making any movements because you don't want to make him upset. You have your hands on the steering wheel, which is what you want. He walks up to the car and he'll say something to the effect of, do you know why I pulled you over? Or the reason I pulled you over is. It's up to you if you want to answer that question, but the manner in which you answer it's going to have a big impact on if he decides to write you a traffic summons. And if you answer it with an attitude and say, oh, I did it because I'm quick and I don't even know why you pulled me over because I don't want to listen to you, then automatically right there, you're probably going to get a traffic ticket just because you talk back to the police officer. But you say, well, sir, I'm not exactly sure what happened, and I apologize. This is normally not like me. I normally don't do this. Then the officer's going to be probably 10 times more likely to be like, oh, that's okay, no big deal. Let me see your driver's license, and we'll get you on your way. And that's how it goes. So he'll take your driver's license. One of the big things is if you don't have all your paperwork ready. And what that means is if a police officer asks you for your driver's license and it takes you 10 minutes to get it out of your protector, and then he asks you for your registration and it takes you another 10 minutes to find it, that's 20 minutes stuck on a traffic stop when it should only take 3 to 5 minutes. So that, I wouldn't say wasting the officer's time, but making the officer wait there for you is going to probably make him upset, and therefore it's going to probably get you to write a ticket. All right, so you get your information there in a timely manner, and he walks back to the police car. He's going to ask you a few questions. He's going to say, is there anything on your driver's license I need to know about? Like, are you driving suspended, or are you wanted, anything like that? And if you're honest, he has discretion on if he wants to write you a summons for anything, whether it's a suspended license or whether it's running a stop sign. It's all up to the police officer. But if you're honest with the police officer, then that's going to go a long way for you. So you're honest with him, you say, yeah, I think I got a traffic ticket on there from 2 years ago. Okay, no big deal. He'll walk back to the police car, he'll run your information, he comes back that you're good to go and that you haven't lied to him, and that's the point where he decides to write you a ticket. Okay? He's going to look at a number of things. He's going to look at your driver's license. If it comes back with negative points or 0 points, then he'll see that there's a trend going on there, and he might write you for that. If he sees you have plus points, plus 2, 3, plus 5, plus 60, which I don't even think you can get, then you'll be less likely to write you a ticket and say, you know what, this guy's actually a pretty good driver, he just made a mistake today. So if that's you, I probably guarantee if you've set all those parameters that we talked about, that you're going to be good to go on the traffic ticket. So the officer walks up to you, okay? Let's say this time he does write you a traffic ticket. It's not the end of the world, and it's not the end of the story either. This is a summons to appear in court, okay? So he writes you a traffic ticket, he asks you to sign the summons, you do it respectfully, and you go about your way, okay? If you want to, you can prepay that fine, or you can show up to court. And if you show up to court with a lawyer, let's say it's class 1 misdemeanor, you show up to court with a lawyer, the first thing that lawyer is going to ask that police officer is, officer, was this person cooperative? And the officer's going to say yes if you were, or no if you weren't. And then it all comes down to pretty much being cooperative. Okay, so let's review. In order to get out of a traffic ticket, if you can get out of a traffic ticket, you want to be respectful and courteous to the officer, and the bottom line is you pretty much don't want to make him mad or nervous. If you meet those parameters and the officer deems that you have a decent driving record, you're most likely not going to get a ticket. Okay? The reason I chose this topic is because a lot of people want to know about this stuff, and I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about talking about experiences like this. So if you have any more questions, feel free to hit me up on Blackboard. Hope this was interesting and informative, and let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you. Wrong button.